You are in Britain. You listen to the rules. You abide by the rules, or you get out. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
We can get out now both, and you can speak to me not in front of these people. You want to get out? You want to get out? Then, if not, then shut your mouth.
It's literally, you can't do that here.
I will spit this thing on his face, man, now. Shut up.
This is Maryland.
I know you don't understand, but look, I'll explain to you so you can understand. You see those rules up there?
Which rules?
These ones up here.
Which rules? Where is
The ones that say don't drink alcohol.
Where do you see don't drink alcohol? How you know is this alcohol?
It's literally...
Go through the train and tell all to everyone, every human being, don't drink alcohol. Go!
Literally.
No, just go!
You're the only one.
Just go! No, I'm not the only one. You idiot.
Literally the only one.
You are yourself drunk. You idiot.
Yes, but I'm not drinking.
And I'm drinking. If you care, call the police and they will speak to me. You have no right, you stupid.
No, literally, born and bred here. You're literally
racist. You are a racist. You know that?
I'm born and bred here. You've come into this country.
Yes, I'm coming to piss you off.
Abide by these rules.
No, it's not right.
Of course I'm right.
No.
Abide by literally English laws.
I'm not sitting on your head. What I will do right now.
Abide by English laws or get out.
I will get with you out and you will be sorry. A Polish boy from Russia will you in the moment.
Yeah, I'm sure they will, but either abide by our laws or get out. It's as simple as that.
People that create laws like you are supposed to be in the toilet.
I'm sorry, please. I just wanted to say, yes, you can drink there, but you have no right to talk to somebody like that and to use their nationality against them. It is wrong.
Yeah.
And I
was trying to explain to him the laws of this country. He doesn't understand.
His race against him, it is disgusting. And because of your behaviour, I don't want to sit here.
Thank you very much.
No, but essentially you shouldn't be drinking. Is what she was saying.
This is Forest Road. This train is for Shanfield.
Thank you very much.
Next stop will be Manor Park.
I say that.
Thank you very much.
And she also said you shouldn't be drinking, so I think we're both winning there, right? You're still doing that.
Oh, the English guy's a fucking moron, man. Mind your own business.
Can someone please tell me why people don't mind their business? Why?
The worst thing is that he was drunk out of his face.
Yeah, but it's like he's doing more disruption to the Polish guy just sitting there drinking, minding his business. He probably had a long day and he just wanted one beer.
Who cares if he's drinking on there? Who gives a shit, man? Like, if he's not bothering anybody, he's just having a sip of alcohol, leave the man alone.
Yeah, if he was on there pissed like this guy and drinking and causing loads of noise and annoying people, I could understand, tell the guy. But he's not doing anything. He's literally sitting there, looks depressed as fuck, looking out the window, just drinking his drink. And you're just chatting shit in his ear.
Yeah, it's not... Look, I understand you're not supposed to be drinking on the train. I get that. It's against the law.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep. It's not that deep. If I went to a foreign country and I wasn't allowed to do something, I wouldn't do it personally. I ain't trying to get into beef with the locals. You know, like I'm planning on going to Japan. If we're not allowed to drink on the train, I ain't drinking on the train. But at the same time, if someone started using my nationality against me over something like that, I'm going to be like, yo. The fact that he was saying to him, you either abide by the rules or get out. And then he brought in, I was born and bred here. Why?
This clearly was nothing to do with the drinking. It was purely a racist attack, okay? It's, if we put it into perspective now, let's look at a couple of scenarios. Let's say that was a bunch of girls, maybe 21, dressed up, ready for a night out drinking. Is that same guy going to start saying to them, you shouldn't be doing that here? Probably not. If that was a fellow Englishman sitting there drinking, whatever, on his way home, on his way out, is that guy going to say something to him? Probably not. But it's purely because it was an Eastern European man. He looked at him and thought, you know what, let me bully this guy because he's racist and doesn't want, clearly, other people in this country.
Do you know what? People do all sorts of crazy things, and the idea that you would see a randomer on the train and start behaving like that, especially in London, I think they were in London, you're playing with your life, man. That guy could have bottled you. He did say he's a Polish boy from Russia and he will fuck you. So
I will spit something in your face.
yeah, like maybe heed his warning. I would. Listen, I've seen people drinking on the train before, and I've seen people minding their own business, and I've seen people getting rowdy. In both instances, I mind my own business. I'm not trying to look for trouble when I'm out. If someone gets in my face, it's a different story, obviously. You got to protect yourself. But there's so many things that we don't abide by in this country. And I guarantee you that guy's probably one of them. He's probably broken a few laws in his time, might have been on his way from just breaking a law.
Yeah.
He saw this guy, saw us from another nationality, started using his nationality against him. If he just said, you're not supposed to be drinking on the train, and left it there, but he had to keep on bringing, leave the country, you weren't born here, I was born here. You took it there. You brought race into it. So I'm not surprised that woman got up and said what you're saying is disgusting. It is pretty bad.
I think maybe the alcohol maybe influenced him to say what's really on his mind. Whereas I think maybe if he was sober, would he have still reacted the same way?
Well, it reveals the truth, innit?
It does. Unless something is affecting you directly or bothering you, I don't know why people feel the need to get involved. Like if I was sitting on a train and someone's sitting there peacefully drinking their drink, or you've got someone in the seat next to them who's not drinking alcohol but is like shouting at the top of their voice, who are you going to get more annoyed with? Do you know what I'm saying? It's just, unless it's affecting me personally, I will never ever get involved in anyone else's business. If it makes you happy to sit on the train and drink, you do that. If it makes you happy to run down the road, you do that.
People got to pick their battles better.
And it's true what that girl's saying. You're bringing an embarrassment to our country, like doing things like that.
Let me tell you something. This is a Christian country. You behave in our manners and the way that we do things. You're not going to do it on public transport where I'm sitting.
Okay.
You do not even have the decency to ask me if you can do it.
I don't need your permission.
Yeah, you need my permission to invite my privacy in my space.
You're over there, I'm over here.
Yeah, but your noise that you make
Okay.
travels.
If you have an issue,
I do have an issue with it.
move along.
I do have an issue with it.
Move
do you see
along.
anybody of any other faith sitting here doing their morning prayers?
I don't care if
Oh wait, hold on. The man was praying and he took offense to it. I'm confused. Was he like screaming at the top of his voice or something? People don't pray very, very loudly to disrupt others, do they? As far as I'm aware.
No.
Was that guy Muslim that he was getting at?
I mean, there's nothing behind it to say that he is, but I would assume.
Let's say he was Muslim. Don't they just put the mat out and they say a few words and they bow and get up and
Yeah,
down and get up?
but
Like, you're not really disrupting anyone.
No, sometimes it doesn't even always have to be done like that as well. But it's like, I will never understand other people's issues with other people having religious beliefs. It's, if this is something that you want to follow in life, why should it bother or affect anyone else?
Do you know what I just clocked? He said this is a Christian country.
Yeah.
He's not concerned about the praying. He's concerned about the type of prayer it is. If it was a Christian prayer, he probably wouldn't have been bothered by it. He was bothered by the fact that it was a prayer from a foreign land. Yeah. Which is obviously ridiculous. I mean, I've never had a problem with people praying. If you're on a packed train, don't get me wrong. If you're on a packed train, you pull out your mat, I'm going to be like, come on, is this the time and place for this? But that train didn't look packed at all. He's just sitting there on the carriage.
So he was doing my morning prayer.
Yeah, you just sit on the carriage doing your morning prayer on the way to work. There's no problem with that. I ain't got to say anything. I mean, most of the time I got my headphones on. I can't even hear what's going on around me. But people are just too fucking busybodies, man. Just mind your own goddamn business and go home.
If you live your life and you want to say a prayer in the morning that helps you feel protected and guided throughout your day, why should anyone else have an issue with that? It's literally not affecting this guy at all in the slightest, but now he's pissing his own self off by getting annoyed and frustrated by somebody else praying. Like, that's not mentally okay. In my opinion, that's not mentally okay. Why are you so pressed about it?
You know, I haven't gotten on public transport to go to work for a long time because I drive everywhere. So I haven't had to deal with Londoners in the morning. But I can tell you one thing about Londoners in the morning. They are some of the most detestable people on the planet. And that is coming from a Londoner. I can't tell you how much I hate getting on London transport in the morning and during rush hour. It is horrible. People are pushy. People complain. It's hot. Everyone is bothered. Everyone's had a shit day at work, or they're going home to their shit partner, and they're taking out on each other on the underground and on the overground. It's a nightmare. I cannot stand Londoners. They are the worst people to travel with.
Yeah, one time one woman pushed me when I was on the train, so I pushed her back.
Good, push her right over. I got on the train once, and it wasn't that packed, but I was with two other girls. One of the girls was a loudmouth, and I was really hoping she wouldn't say anything because the guy's going to take it out on me. We're sitting down opposite this English guy, and he's just staring at us, like wide-eyed staring, really like looking at us like this. And I'm just looking at him thinking, what is he doing? And so I got up and I said to him, let's just move, because I don't really want to start problems. This guy looks like he's a bit out of his mind. I don't particularly want to deck an old man. And we got up, and the guy followed us and sat down and started staring at us again. He didn't say anything. We got off the train, we went to our stop. He didn't follow us. But for whatever reason, this fucking weirdo got up, followed us to the carriage we went to, because we opened the doors and went to another carriage. He followed us and sat opposite us and stared at us again.
Maybe he was just on drugs or something.
I don't know, but one of the girls that I was with, she started laughing. Like she's one. You know, you get some people that they love confrontation. He didn't blink. He didn't say a word to us. When we got up to get off the train, he followed us when we were getting off the train. But when we left the doors, he stopped, and he was at the carriage door when the doors were shut, and just like this.
Yeah, he must have been on drugs or something. That's scary.
I was looking at him, and because I didn't want to take my eyes off him, I was like, this guy's going to do something. He didn't do anything. He just stared. And I was like, that's one of my last memories of London transport in the morning. And I was like, do you know what? Fuck Londoners, man.
It was in the morning as well.
That was in the morning when I was on my way to years and years ago. I was just like, do you know what? Every single part of the UK I go to where I get on trains, everyone's pleasant. Everyone's smiling. No problems whatsoever. You even get some nice people going, oh, where are you from? Like some nice old ladies in the countryside. You come to London, even the old ladies are trash. Everybody is trash on the underground. I can't stand it. Like I said, we're Londoners. I'm not just I'm shitting on my own people. I can't stand you people on the underground. You are the most insufferable human beings at 9 a.m.
This is why I don't leave my house, because it's just a weird, scary world out there.
I won't go that far. You just stay indoors.
Yeah, I don't like leaving my house. Every time I leave the house, I get reminded why I don't like leaving my house.
Oh, you black!
You're black? What does that mean?
Oh my god!
Loudmouth monkey, mother. You're a loudmouth monkey. You're a loudmouth. You're a loudmouth. Oh, I can't listen to you no more, man. I can't listen to your black no more.
Is that one of the guys that you play your games with?
That sounds like Call of Duty. A racist team is funny, don't get me wrong, but doing it in public is a really stupid idea. Not that I'm saying that guy was trying to be humorous.
Yeah.
He could have been racist, but I've seen people...
That was definitely racism.
Yeah, I've seen people where they're like, to hit a nerve. I'll tell you something that I used to do that was really shitty. I would find out what people are insecure about when they would upset me, and that's what I would attack.
So you're going to attack me one day with my biggest insecurity?
No, I said this is something I used to do. I'm not 20 anymore. But when I was younger, if someone upset me, I would look at them, because I'm pretty good at like analyzing people and what bothers them. Like when I'm out and about, I'm looking at people's like hand movements and what they're doing. Obviously, I'm not spot on every single time, but I try to get a good understanding of what might make somebody feel uncomfortable. And I don't go out of my way to make anybody uncomfortable, as long as they're not bothering me. But something that I used to do that was really, really shitty, I do regret it, because there's some people I really did upset. If they would piss me off when I was at work, I wouldn't attack them straight away. I would like learn about them, learn what bothers them and what makes them tick. And then the next time they annoyed me, then I would attack that insecurity of them. I remember I said something foul in front of one of my best friends. For example? I can't repeat what I said, but I said something foul in front of one of my best friends.
Can you tell me and bleep it out?
This guy came over to me at work, and he had previously wound me up. Like, he'd previously done things to annoy me, very just unnecessarily rude. And he was very insecure about it. And he came over to me and he rudely asked me a question. And I looked at him, and he was looking at me. He was like, well, and I said to him, well, I don't know. And he looked at me, and my friend Ellie, my sister-in-law, looked at him, and she was like, And when we got home, she was like, that was the most disgusting, foul thing you've ever said in your life. And if I ever hear you doing that again, I don't think I want to be your friend.
Is she used to it now?
Yeah, she's used to it. Well, I don't do it anymore. I would never repeat that again.
Yeah, but that's just because you can't in today's society.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't get fired for that. I honestly don't know how I didn't get fired. Because people found out about it. And it wasn't the first time either. There was somebody else that was doing something at work. And he really pissed me off. He fucking put his hands right in this cake. And he had been in the toilet. I was in the toilet with him and he pissed and didn't wash his hands. And we were having a cake contest. And he went and put his hands in someone's cake and took a big...
You know, like, have you seen Ali G in the house?
Yeah.
Like,
Side is the best.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, that film has so much of that sort of humor, but it's just so funny. Like, you know, when the fat kid's being bullied for being fat and he comes and he was like... fatty bom bom.
Yeah.
Hey, want another cream cake? And then the kid runs off crying. He's like, boing, boing.
Yeah, you can't get away with that humor anymore.
No, you can't. Everything that Ali G does, you would get absolutely cancelled for.
Have you seen Borat?
Yeah.
Even Borat, some of the things in there about Jewish people is fucking hilarious. But if that film came out today, I think it was his name, Sacha Baron Cohen or something like that, he would catch so much heat for it.
After Woodhouse from Romford got onto the train at St Paul's, a black woman accidentally bumped into her. This was her response.
I've been here longer than you have.
That said, jailed for racist abuse. Okay. Is it illegal to be racist?
I think publicly, if you're shouting racial slurs at somebody, then...
Okay. There was this show that was on, I don't know if it was on like Channel 4 or something. And it was these American people who were just racist, like against black people, these two white people. And they had pictures of Hitler in their house. They was wearing T-shirts with KKK on it. They were driving around throwing leaflets, being racist outside every single house and things like that. And I was thinking to myself, how have they managed to do this show and just show how openly racist they are and they're not getting in trouble for it?
You can hold your views. Like if we had views against a certain particular type of people, we can believe that and we can have those things in our house. I think the problem occurs when if I stood in your face and I started insulting you because you're Turkish, rather than behind closed doors we say what we want to say. They can't jail you for having racist beliefs, but they can jail you for going on a racist tirade against somebody.
But them throwing all of them leaflets outside every single house.
Were they throwing it at somebody or at people's houses? Because
at people's houses.
You're allowed to, unless they're singling out somebody. Like a black family and they're throwing shit at these people's houses and they've said we don't want this, then it'll become harassment. But if they're giving out leaflets, even if we don't like what's on the leaflets, I think that they have the right to do that.
Listen, youngins who are doing you little muck, don't use...
That's giving card for long in this country. And now she'll accuse me of insulting her and discrimination.
Don't talk to me in a foreign language, you stupid ugly cow.
Quit, fuck off, bacteria. Fuck off. Don't give me your fucking golf, you fucking cheeky prick.
You think you're something special? Pakistan. Okay. I'll tell you what. Yeah. No wonder the Indians are bombing you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. You're never going to win that battle.
No,
this is England, and you're in a job in England.
That last one was a bit wild. Like the guy's dropped you home or wherever. He's even getting your change out and you're just abusing him like that.
I don't get people like that, man. Like honestly, I mean, like, I find racist humor funny. I honestly like the racist humor is some of the most funny. But as long as it's humorous and you're messing about, I ain't got a problem with it. But when you're genuinely hating somebody because of where they're from or the color of their skin, I've got to think that you're stupid on you've got to be stupid on some level. I think it's great that we have so many people that mix and people are able to get along a bit better now. It sucks when you go somewhere and because you look different to everybody else, they're mean to you. It's like being back in school and dealing with the school bullies. I think it's great that everyone mixes and everyone shares cultures and we can get along and doesn't care if there's a black man standing next to a white man now. Those things are great. I think people should be more welcoming to others in their country. obviously there's limits. I understand why some people would want to conserve some things about their countries if you're bringing trouble over there. But in general, just racist people, I've never met a racist person that I thought was like well educated. I've met some racist people that maybe they can construct sentences well together, but you've got to be some level of stupid to hate somebody for the color of their skin or where they're from.
Yeah.
Those people, obviously, they're on camera now. That's going to live on the internet forever. So well done. I mean, half of them were really old. Even that one that was like, "Don't talk to me in a foreign language, you stupid cow." He looked like he was ready to bite the bullet. So a lot of these views and a lot of the way these people behave, it's like I said, people mix a lot now, so it's less prevalent. It does still exist, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we probably will be on the receiving end of it, but it is much less so. I don't really see England as a racist country. If anything, I get more problems in London than I do going outside, and I've always been told the opposite. Don't leave London because it's only white people out there, but they're all very nice to me. I've never had an issue whatsoever. Went down to Cotswold, people there were very nice. Went to Cornwall, everyone was very nice. All these white areas that I've been to, they're nice. Do you know what? It's not racism, it's fucking London. No, I have a thing against Londoners. Can't stand Londoners, man.
Why?
I've grown up around them. They're all just aggressive. It's unnecessarily aggressive. Londoners are like New Yorkers. That's the one thing I hear all the time.
Londoners are just miserable.
And I get it. There's a lot to be miserable for, but
there's also a lot to be grateful for.
There is a lot to be grateful for as well. But when I looked like one of those miserable Londoners when I used to get on public transport to get to work. Having the ability to not have to get on there is really, it makes me much happier in the morning. Waking up, having your tea, getting in your car, doing your own thing, listening to a podcast versus being stuffed onto like a cage, a very fast moving cage with a bunch of smelly people. I get why they're angry.
First thing in the morning, probably going to a job that you hate.
It's such an uncomfortable experience, but that's no excuse for racism. No excuse for it whatsoever. Someone could do something. Someone could push me. I'd be like, "Hey, bitch, don't push me." But if I say, "Hey, something racist, bitch," then you've crossed the line. Like, why are you bringing their race into it? For what reason? Other than to expose your racist beliefs and you probably wanted to chat shit to a Pakistani person. Now you found your target.